You like conflict. You feel confident in yourself. You know how to convey your opinions. There are lots of different personalities in there. So if the first step in this four-legged stool, and let's see if I remember all four legs, so hold me accountable. First leg is vulnerability-based trust. The second is the construct of the meeting itself. Let's stay focused on the problem. This is not a personal kind of thing. This is us staying focused on the problem. It is understanding who's in the room. So if you have different people in the room, you and I are quite assertive. I get the sense that we are fine and comfortable with a bunch of people around us. There are other people, I guarantee, in your organization that the whole idea of getting in a room with 20 people and brainstorming, you might as well like put needles in their eyes, right? So it's understanding who's in the room and creating different scenarios of how to stay focused on the problem, how to keep it positive and not personal, and how to make sure all voices are heard. So 2 exercises I can suggest to your audience. One is, I like this and. So
that's such a great way. There's a guy that works with us, and he'll say my idea, and then he's like, and he disagrees. But he said and, so it's an improv move, right?
Well, and it could be disagreeing.
He does a good job of disagreeing with me by saying and.
Exactly. But I always love the example of, a long time ago, one of the agencies I was with, picture, if you will, the world is shut down. All of us are full of anxiety. Because that's also the fun thing. You inject anxiety into the whole mixture, and people's underlying behaviors start coming back. So the world's shut down. My team is set up for success. So instead of worrying about their jobs, they're worrying about the client, and they're worrying about the client's guests. In this case, it was a senior living center. And she's reaching out to me, the head of creative, the head of client engagement, saying, we need to worry about those guests. These are senior people shut in their rooms by themselves. And so brainstorming ensued. Well, one was, and what it ended up being, was a radio station. Well, can you imagine me hyper vigilant, like, really? And so it's not even just I don't like the idea. It could be that I am uncomfortable with the idea. But instead of saying that'll never work, the client will never pay for it, we don't have the people, the technology will take forever, we did, and we didn't even do it purposely. It was a lot of yes and. It was, I love this idea of a radio station, and maybe we can find a platform that already has the rights to the music, that already has the technology in place, that can probably give us best practices. And we just kept building.
So what I want to tell you right now is that you have just you've hit a string in my heart, that if everyone understood when they were working with me, that's how I see the world. When you started counting off your fingers, right? All of that gives me agita. When somebody's like, well, we can't do it because of this, and we can't do it because of this, and we can't do it. And I just diminishes me in a way that, and then I get into this really bad place. But then the second way you presented it, I'm like, cool. We're trying to figure out how to make this work, right?
Exactly.
And I will get to the end of it and be like, well, we could get it to work that way, but that's a lot of stuff, right? So that's very interesting, because that is the thing. Like when people start, the negative talk for me is just like, no, I want to talk about how we could do it. Like, I get it. I get it would be hard, but there's got to be a way. Right. So that's pretty cool.